You know, we talk all the time about how obesity and diabetes are on the rise at an alarming rate. The thing is, not everybody has access to affordable, healthy food.
Now, there are people on Delmarva who want to change that, and they're taking it one step further by teaching kids how to grow fresh vegetables in a community garden. So joining us today in the Delmarva Life Kitchen are Pastor Martin Hutchinson, who runs the Camden Community Garden, and Suzi Peterson, who heads the garden summer lunch at the garden program. Welcome to both of you.
Nice to be here.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the community garden and the summer garden program in a few moments, but we're also going to be making bruschetta. So tell us what we need, what we have here to make our bruschetta.
We have tomatoes and basil that Martin has picked fresh, and we have balsamic vinegar and olive oil, salt and pepper, and sliced baguettes, and that's all it is.
That's all it is. Very easy. Okay, so you want us to start cutting up some things? While...
Sure. If you could take the leaves of the basil and kind of roll them and cut strips.
Okay.
And Jimmy, if you could start dicing tomatoes.
Dicing tomatoes?
Yes.
I think I can do that.
All right.
So, Martin, I want to start with you. And we've been out to the garden before. We did it as a Delmarva treasure. But recap us. I mean, what inspired you to start the Camden Community Garden?
It was a desire of mine to get the church that I pastor and the church that Suzi belongs to, Community of Joy and the Restoration Project, working together into the community to be involved in a way to bless our neighborhood with fresh vegetables.
Yeah, yeah, and it looks like it has just been so successful.
It has. This is our third growing season at Camden, and we are a part of 5 other community gardens in Salisbury that I have been a part of coaching and helping to become reality.
That has to be a great feeling.
It is.
Yeah,
really is.
And you guys actually have had kids make the bruschetta?
We have. Last summer we had a day when we did some cooking and trying to figure out some things to cook that don't need to be cooked, that can be prepared. We made bruschetta, and it was absolutely one of the kids' favorites.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Yeah,
loved it.
yeah. So just, and back to the community garden. A community garden is just basically anybody can go and pick fresh vegetables?
That's correct. It's really designed for people in the neighborhood, though we don't monitor that, so people outside the neighborhood can come. But it is for the neighbors to come and pick fresh vegetables. At the end of the garden, we have a sign that says what's available and what's ready, and then there's a sign on each bed that corresponds with that sign. It's in English and Spanish currently.
Okay. All right. How you doing over there, Jimmy?
I'm cutting away, boy. I'm just dicing like nobody's business.
Okay, so Suzi, tell me about the lunch in the garden program.
Yeah, this is the second summer that we have implemented it. We serve lunch at around 11. Old Town Deli in Salisbury and Cisco donated the food this year. 40 lunches come each day, and the kids and any adults that are there are welcome to eat. And then I've planned, I have a different activity, a different theme each week. So we have activities and crafts every day of the week, Monday through Friday. Kind of helps to get as many kids out and about. You know, with supervision and a little bit of fun mixed in.
And too, it's been very successful.
It has. We are averaging 25 to 30 kids this year a day. So some days we have even more, some days less. But yeah, there's a lot of kids.
And while these children go to school together and ride the bus together and live in the same neighborhood together, we find that engaging them in an activity, a group game or something, is making a huge difference in their ability to relate to each other in positive ways. It's been a neat thing.
Okay.
It's been neat to watch them develop a little community, like a little family almost.
All while
Most
eating
days.
healthy food and learning, learning about healthy food. Okay, so should we start mixing some of this together?
Sure.
All right, what would you want in there?
Right. Put this in the bowl, the tomatoes in the bowl.
It's that simple. Now, what variety are these tomatoes?
There are 2 kinds. There's a Italian paste tomato, which is the bigger one, and the ones with the dark top are called indigo cherry tomatoes. It doesn't matter what kind of tomatoes you use, just that they're ripe and ready.
Yeah.
They came from my personal garden in my backyard, and the basil came from the community garden this morning.
Oh, okay.
Both picked fresh today.
All right. So then you put in
We put in some balsamic vinegar.
Okay. Some
Just
or
to-
all?
No,
No,
not
just
all.
No.
some. Just a
telling
few
you
teaspoons.
give me a whole bunch here.
I just
I'm
kind of
ready to go
eyeball
in.
it. Just put a little bit in there, a little
Okay.
bit more. A little bit more,
Does it work?
tiny bit
Yeah.
more. And then
Does
do
it-
the same with the olive oil.
Okay.
With the spoon.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge, just enough to mix it together. A couple of those.
Have you had kids who maybe didn't like certain vegetables start to enjoy them?
We
and-
have seen
wanna stir?
kids discover vegetables that they didn't know about or that they had only tried not in fresh variety
Yeah.
and really come to love them.
That's
Carrots
wonderful.
is the #1 choice of the kids. They hardly wash them off before they eat them.
Oh boy.
We grow something called a cucamelon, which looks like a watermelon, but it's about the size of a grape, and it's a cucumber. And they absolutely adore
love
those.
that.
I love them.
love
Okay.
that.
Well, I tell you what, Jimmy's
little salt
mixing
and
that
pepper.
together. He's going to put a little salt and pepper in it.
Salt me.
And we are going to take a little break, and then when we come back, we get to taste this garden fresh bruschetta.